Is this working? Okay, so hi guys, so welcome to the next stream. I don't know if this is working. I'm kind of waiting on it to show up. But if you are just joining the stream here, basically what we do in the streams is I just generally talk to you, and we try and figure out what's going on with the channel, or if you have any other questions you want to ask me in general, and then we usually try and draw something while we're going. Today we're going to do a much shorter drawing because the first live stream went on for 3 hours. We're going to pick something a lot simpler to draw this time. So let's just pick a random page in the book. The last stream we drew, if you want to see, let's go all the way back to when the last stream was. We drew this picture. Wait, I don't know if it's upside down. That's what it is there, and hopefully it works. The live stream, live in 9 minutes. What? Let me refresh. I want to make sure that the live stream is working. So if you are watching the live stream, make sure to put it in the comments. It does not look to be working. Alright, well, it's working on this. Waiting for DylanWalshVlogs. Okay, so if you are watching this, just let me know if it's working, because that's going to be the easiest way for this to work. And I'll keep an eye on the chat. Anyways, another live stream. Live chat. Here we go. Yeah. So let's write a message back because I'm not sure if you can see this. If you can see me, please put something in the comments. I'm watching. Okay, so someone is watching. Okay. So let's get to drawing. So I need to draw something. So we need to pick something to draw. I was thinking of drawing something to do with like superheroes or something, because all the superhero TV shows are back out. So like Flash and Supergirl and all them. But if you particular one, put it in the comments now, and we will do my best to draw them. Okay, so let's see. Any ideas for what to draw? I know I'm a few minutes ahead of you, but the chat should be okay. Yeah. How many people are watching? 1. Okay. I'll make it full screen, and that way I don't have to keep messing with this. The Spider-Man. Okay, we'll draw Spider-Man. So Spider-Man would be good enough. So let's go find Spider-Man. I want to get a few images, and we see if we can mix them to make it look a bit better. Okay, so we've got the newish kind of Spider-Man with the white on him, or we've got red and blue, and then we've got like the black Spider-Man. So give me a shout out there what kind of color you want, and I'll start drawing him, because he's basically going to be similar. Well, actually, he's not. The spider looks a lot different than most of them. Okay, so let's go. Let's just try and find a really good image of him doing something cool. Alright, let's just start drawing them, and then we'll color them in afterwards and stuff. I suppose it doesn't really matter too much. Let's draw him jumping and shooting his web somehow. This one will probably do. I'll draw him like this. I'm just looking at reference images here, and that's why I'm talking to myself a lot. What does it say? Biggest fan. Cool. Yeah. Looks like yeah at the moment. We'll see if red and blue one. Okay. So let's just draw. Start drawing. Okay, so Spider-Man he should be easy enough. So let's just draw a rough head of a Spider-Man. Okay, and then we're gonna try and get it so he's like in midair shooting out a web. And we'll try and fix up. Yeah, that'll do. And go to this, and put this on this side. Now you can see chat and see the reference picture. Yep, there we go. Okay, so draw them like this. We're going over like this. And obviously, he's got his hands sticking out somewhere. We'll draw some fingers. He curls in his 2 middle fingers when he shoots his web. That's something I remember. And then internet isn't loading. Try reloading the video. It could be because of the storm as well. So in Ireland we had what they call an ex-hurricane, called Hurricane Ophelia, there over the weekend. So some people's internets and stuff aren't working too good. And they call it an ex-hurricane because we don't get the water temperatures for a proper hurricane in Ireland, so by the time it gets to us, it's always going to be called an ex-hurricane. So yeah, so let's see this. I'm gonna get this wrong, but let's try. So we got a big shoulder on this side, which means he should have his other arm. If we were going like that, it'd be straight back, then it'd be in, but at the elbow, out at the other side. So these are just rough construction lines. Don't matter if it looks really bad. Okay. Oh. Oh, I'm getting bad fingers. I'm gonna make them skinnier because he's further back. These should be way skinnier. So the good thing about going to color them in is we can hide all these messy fingers and make them look a bit better with colors. And we can also rub out bits and stuff. So once we get the rough shape of how we want it, we can just fix it up afterwards. So let's say his arm is probably going to bend in there, and then it's probably going to go back out like that. I'd say it probably actually goes a good bit back further. This one goes back like this. Something like that. That's probably as close as I'm going to get his arms until I fix them with colors and lines and stuff with more detail. So then we're going with the chest. He's probably got something here. It drops down into more of a square shape like all the other superheroes. We go over here. Let's think. This arm, if you're like this arm would probably just go straight across at the elbow where your chest is. So if we draw that like that, then we bring his chest up to meet it, because that goes like that, and then he should have an arm that goes down like this. So if I was shooting like that, it would like curve down the way like that, and then this would be more something like that. So where am I going wrong here? Elbow, armpit. Armpit goes to elbow. Elbow goes straight. Straight. Then this. Oh yeah. Okay, so we got that kind of in there. This is roughly his body. This arm is really long fingers. Shrink them down a bit. There we go. That's a bit better. And this little finger, we gotta give him less of a little finger because your little finger is going to be hidden more. There, that's better hand. Right, so we'll rub out the bad bit of that hand. Okay, so basically we got one in the chat. Yeah, one in the chat. I suppose you were the only one watching when I posted it up on Facebook. Oh, we got two people watching. Maybe. Whoever, the other person who joined, say something to prove we got at least two. Or if you would like to add anything to this picture. So I suppose the first person added Spider-Man they wanted me to draw. So I suppose you could say what you want in the background or something. Where do you want it to be? That would be a good thing to say. Okay, let's keep going. Try and get this Spider-Man drawn. So if I was bending my leg, it'd probably be up here somewhere. I'm trying to get him in the mid-air kind of thing. Yeah. There we go. Oh. Okay, so what's going to be the problem here now is it's going to be too big of a leg, maybe. No, we're okay. And then we'll make it so most of the leg is hidden back here, and then we just give him his shoes. Maybe something like that kind of thing going on. Yeah. This one straight down. Oof. Back up. You should see a bit of this leg because it's more of a weirder angle. So if we give him like a bit of a shoe showing here. Okay. So has anybody got any questions then anyways? I'm sure someone has a question or two. Okay, so now we've got roughly his head. So now let's try and refine it. His head's quite big. Let's say, let's try and round up the top. Let's make the bottom a bit smaller. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay. So a good thing about Spider-Man is he's only got eyes on his costume. His mouth and his nose and everything is kind of hidden. So if you get the eyes right, you're good for the face. And his eyes are blank. He's just got the outline. So basically what we want to do, actually, can you even see this on the video? Yeah, you can. Okay. What we want to do is we kind of just want to get roughly where his eyes are going to start and where the center is going to be, and then we're just going to draw them in like that. So best way to do it, go over here, go down. If your video froze, maybe refresh it. It could be just because of the signals in Ireland. They might be quite bad today and stuff from the hurricane. Okay, so let's say that's one eye. So that means we got to skip a little bit over here, And then his eyes actually come in a lot further than like regular eyes would if you were drawing someone or whatever, because they're part of the costume. So he has really exaggerated eyes to make it look more spider-like. So they come in quite far to the center. So if you were doing normal eyes, kind of rule for a face is the space in between the eyes will be the same size as an eye, but these, because they're stretched up and stuff, they're not going to be the same. So let's try and draw in some shadow around these. Try and fill them in a bit. Okay, so there his eyes now. So you can see here he's already looking like someone with a mask on and stuff. Now you just got to do the spider thing, and you can get him to look like Spider-Man. So we've got webs all over his fingers and stuff. Now the only issue I'm going to have is this area here, because I think realistically I've drawn his arm too big. No, if I was, I gotta look at my arm for a sec. So if I bend my arm, you get this curve here, and then it goes straight. So if I twist it this way, you would see straight the bump. That bump would cut down really deep. Okay, it would cut down really deep. Other line would go straight up to your shoulder. Probably not that high, so that could be where my issue is. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Can we get anywhere closer? His arm is too big here. This is how you fix a picture. If you think it's wrong, fix it as you go along, because once you get to the end, it's gonna look really weird if you think it was wrong from the start. Okay, that's much better, I think, for his arm. This other arm up here, it's very long, so we could try and shorten it, which is probably the easiest way. So if we bring his finger back to here, what is it going to look like? Actually, I think it's probably okay, because if we're going for perspective, I suppose it's okay, and then that would make sense why this is bigger. Okay. So now we've got a rough body done. Let's get to detailing this. Then we'll put some color in, and then we'll finish him off and stuff. Okay, so if I was Spider-Man, what way would my mask go? I suppose he probably has lines straight along the eyes. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to find a mask and see if I'm right, because I don't want to mess this up. Yeah, he does. He's lying straight across the eyes. Then he has two more. So we're just going to mark them in. 1, 2. This is kind of a cheat way if any of you are out there and you want to draw Spider-Man. Draw in the points where the lines have to go to. And don't draw on the lines yet, because obviously they're all going to go to the center point on his mask. And then we're going to go over here. So we know that one of his lines has to go here. Ooh, one of them here. They all have to point to this middle line. One under here. Then one, there's probably a gap. There's probably a gap again. Okay. Another one here. Okay, another one here. This way. That way. Another one here. Okay. Oh. It would look like a spider web. Yeah, it looks like a spider web, yeah. So, there's also another way. You could get out a ruler and do them really sharp lines, but there's a problem with that. Spider webs, they don't go really, really sharp. They actually kind of curve between each one. So you can see here I've done it roughly with the hand, but if you kind of do like little bounces as you go towards the center and make them a bit smaller, as you get towards the center, it'll look better when it's all together. It's hard to explain But you'll see in a sec, especially when I do the marker over this, what it's going to look like. Okay, let's get them ones in. This one probably should have gone more straight. That one more straight. That one more straight. Okay, so now we've got like his face sorted on in, but now we have to go around the circle basically. So you go in between each one and do little curves. And this is where detail kind of goes overboard, is the best way of describing it. So this is his eye. Another one, another one, another one, another one. Okay. What's everybody saying? Your hair is photobombing. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm getting too concentrated in this. So this probably went the wrong way. There, 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 there. You don't need to do every single one, but as close as you can. There we go. And there. Okay, so now we got a rough Spider-Man head. I have never drawn Spider-Man before, if anybody is watching this. But we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. Okay. So now we've got roughly the right head. He's got quite a big head. Let's think spider webs on the body. Does he do this? Or does it do that kind of thing? Probably just does round on the fingers. Said red, blue because you basically beat, yeah. Basically beat, because you can't beat the classics. Alright, okay. Classic Spider-Man. Yeah. Okay. Right. And then let's say his thumb is the same. It's a very big thumb. Maybe a little smaller. Okay, now we need to go in to the middle of the hand. Right, say he has to have some kind of lines going back here. Okay, so if we do that and we split it from the fingers, it could work. We need to make sure they join up. Okay. Then we're going down into the hand. We're going up here, and up here, and up again. So what happens if I do this? That looks better. Right. We're rubbing out a bit here. I think I know why it looks weird. We need to go down here more. If you had your elbow bent in, it would go down more. Okay. This is a bit bigger. There we go. That's the better hand. Now we need to rub out these lines in the middle. This rubber is getting very messy. Okay. So now go down along it. There we go. Okay, then we go splitting this up. Okay. Let's see. Oh, when you get annoyed with something. Yep. Okay. So let's try and do this. So maybe might have been better to do this in marker. We'll finish it in marker. We'll make it look better at the end. Okay, we'll try and keep everything flowing the same way. Okay, so now on his body, it probably runs all the way down. Okay, so let's imagine. This one probably actually goes like this. It's actually tough enough to draw Spider-Man. It's all this webbing trying to get it to go the same direction as his arm would. So maybe if we go in like that. Something like that. Then for this arm, one over the top, one on the side of your arm, one bit lower. Erase a little bit of this. Okay, that's better. Then fingers. Get these to join up with them. Probably one going here as well. So let's do that. Okay. Okay, so let's try. So we're gonna draw on all these little lines. Cool, really cool Spider-Man, by the way. Don't think he's that cool of a Spider-Man, because I know well that I'm not drawing him that good. I'm hoping I can save it with markers later on, to be honest. But thanks anyways. Okay. I think I want to do his feet next because I just want to take a break from that in case I make more mistakes, basically. So let's go down this way. Say if he has his foot facing out that way, he probably has another line over here. And there's his feet. Feet aren't too bad. Make sure that that's made sharp. Right, then he probably has it all curving in like this for this one because we have a different angle. And then we go around the foot. Yeah, that was definitely the move. That's a better way of doing it. Okay, so now we go back and fix this one because I know which way it goes now. There we go. Now, right, Spider-Man logo. It's going to be at a weird angle here as well because it's going to be tilted. So, what are you saying? He's awesome. Not that yourself. Yeah. Okay. Let's think. I kind of want to see what the logo looks like without it being twisted in order to get it right. Let's look for a reference of the logo. Oh, there's a reference. I think that's the newer one. This one is it. Okay, so if that's correct, then this area here thread cuts off and turns blue or something. Okay, and that would mean on the other arm, this last little bit here would also be blue. Okay, that still doesn't look too bad. Okay, and then we got this going into the middle of the chest. So we'll try and draw Spider-Man. So just something to go on like this a bit. And then, so if this works, I think I can probably sum this in a much better way. Let me think about this first though. So let's go here, make it quite big, over that way. We got this side, up this way, and then back down over here and make it go that way, and then at the bottom, which we're not going to see because his chest is here, but that kind of worked. So tip for drawing a Spider-Man logo: the middle is a heart, then you just draw your legs out like this. So I actually think I'm going to do that on a separate page just to show you all. So this is his logo. If you want to know how to draw his logo, you draw a heart with a really long bottom bit, like this, and then draw it like that. So it's like really long at the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to draw the legs in. So the one leg comes from up here, goes out like this, up like this, straight across, back in. Another one down here, out, up, down, back in. Then on the bottom side, they all come from this really center point up here, so they go out like this, down like this, out like that, down like that. So that's your big one, and then he has a smaller one right below that, which goes like this. Okay, so then you just copy this then to the other side. So you go from here, out, up, back over, okay, out, up, over, back in, and you do it this way. Okay, so now if you rub out the gaps here, that should be his logo. And then you can probably add 2 little spikes there. Okay, so if you want to know how to draw a Spider-Man logo, that's it there. I'll just prove it by, where'd that black marker go? If I go here, this black marker is really bad as well. Okay, but you should be able to see. But that's the Spider-Man logo. It wasn't actually that hard. It's some simple simple shapes. So that's how you draw the Spider-Man logo, and then obviously you draw your Spider-Man web out from that or something. So if you want to draw a really basic Spider-Man logo, there you go. You can go show your friends tomorrow or whatever. And you go join them all up. So when you're doing this, where you're doing the web thing, you're thinking about joining them around in a circle, basically. But it doesn't have to be too perfect, because your mind will fill in unless they look really close to it. All the gaps. So Right. Anyways, that's that. Let's get back to drawing the actual Spider-Man. But that's how you draw the logo, which I've just learned for myself, and it isn't that hard. You got a heart in the middle with a really long thing at the bottom, and then just draw your 8 legs out from that, and then 2 little teeth. Okay. So let's go back to doing him himself. Now we need a pencil. Where do we go? Here we go. So let's try and get this pattern right now, since I've kind of figured it out, because basically everything will come out from this area or go straight down along the chest. So if we go down like this, we go down like that, basically put all the lines in this way first, and then we can just draw out around from that. That'll work. That'll work. Up, up, over, over. That way. That way. That way. Okay, so let's put them this way, this way, this way, this way. Over, over, over. And we're nearly done on the pencils side. Now, so now we have him. Oh, actually, we don't. We forgot this little bit here. Okay, this little bit. We're probably going to see a tiny bit of the logo. Maybe see one of the legs coming down like that. And maybe another bit of the legs. Okay, and then we're going to just continue down these. So as if we skipped a bit inside. And then we need one more here because we can't see that. So let's just draw them in. It doesn't matter if we draw them straight across because we're going to color now, and hopefully it'll hide most of this. So let's get colors. We're talking blue and we're talking red. We need to test these to make sure that they're actually blue and actually red. That blue don't work. Okay, I'm definitely sure I have a red marker. There's a blue marker. Okay, we got a blue one. And the red has to be somewhere here. There's a red one, but I don't think that one works. We just try to find one other red one. It does not look like I have a red one in my drawer. Right. Red is probably more important than blue for Spider-Man because it takes up more of his body. So, is it in this box maybe? No, pink. That doesn't matter. I'm going to do it a different way. So, I'm going to get these markers. I'm going to find the red in these markers, which is this one, and we're going to use that to do it. And we'll actually use the blue from that set. So, this blue we won't use, even though it's a better marker, just because we'll try and keep them together, and we might get a dark and a kind of orange. And that'll get some shading, because at the moment it's going to be a really cartoony flat one, but we don't want that. We want it to, and this is still going to be our black markers. We know this one doesn't work too well, so we might end up using this one, but I think both of them are nearly ran out. Okay, so now we need to go and find some color photos of them and try and think about how we're going to get the red and the blue in. So obviously red is in the middle. I think there's blue underneath the arm. So alright, I'm going to go with what I think there is. That's the best way. Hidden drawers, always cool. Oh, yeah. Right, let's do this. So we know his face is going to be red except for any lines. So let's do it the fast way. Okay, fast way is probably not actually to use this color, but we could make this side of his body dark. Okay, so if we make this side of his body dark, let's do that. Now I want to check it. I'm going to check it on here. So that's that red. This is orange. That's very light. And this is this red. And I'm hoping it's in between. It is. So we can use them three to try and make this look a bit better. So I'm using the second lightest one now. Over this side. Try and get a bit more color in here. And then we're going to use orange for the last bit. So we get a shade across the face, so it's not a flat color. Now I know all the pencil lines are disappearing, but it's okay. We're going to go over it with black marker when this dries to try and fix that. Now over here we're going to be having a different problem, so we're going to go, we're saying the shadow is on this side of the body, so everything on this side of the body is going to be dark red. Over here, inside of this pan, his fingers are probably dark red. Backs of them won't, but the fronts will be. Okay, that works. This finger is going to be all dark red. The thumb. Okay. Okay. Underneath this armpit. And probably halfway across the body. So over here. Okay. This bit. Pants are blue up here, so dark red here. Dark red on this side. Actually, all this will be dark red because it'll be behind him. Then we've got dark red on this. And we're running out of dark red, so we're going to have to try and improvise here now. So all of this back of the hand should be dark red. Most of it. Okay, and then over this way a bit into there. And now if we get the lighter red, here, photobomb again. There we go. Why am I rushing? Someone asked. The reason why I'm rushing this time is because the last time the whole thing went on 3 hours. And it took way too long, so a lot of people didn't actually see the end product. So I'm trying to get it finished in time for them to see the end product this time. If you get what I mean. Okay. Let's see. This orange line down around here. Red. This is the light red, yep. Red. Over this way. Okay, so that's that done. That done. Bit of orange on this. Bit of light red. Okay, so that's all the red done. We need to fix it with the black, like I said before, but we're going to do the blue before we do that. So we know we're going to make them dark on this side, so we're going to get the dark blue. Line that in first. If he's dark on this side, he'll be dark here as well. He'll also be dark most of this part of his leg. Probably actually all this leg will be dark blue, except for a little bit near the front here. Okay. This marker is not going to last. Oh. Okay, let's try and fill it in. Look at the picture on the internet. I think you're coloring the ring pieces. The ring pieces? Not sure. There's a lot of different Spider-Man, so I'm not sure. There's a blue bit here, I know that. Maybe that's what you're on about. Yeah. and that goes out to about halfway along the arm. And then this is this blue bit here too, which we can't see too good because of the way it is. Maybe that's what you're on about. I'm not sure. Okay, so go over here, and then back at this. Okay, now light blue. That's a really striking light blue. So I might have to actually mix another color in between these because this is very bright. That's okay. We can do that. We have another blue. We have another blue. We have a much darker blue, which is not good. This blue might be in between. It's not, but it's much more smoother, so we can probably make it work. So here we go. Here we go. Look this way. Yep. Over here. A little bit this way, over that way. Maybe put a little bit into this because it looks really tacky. A little bit this way, a little bit that way. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, so that's okay. Now, black should fix the rest of this picture. Let's get black and let's think of what we're gonna do in the wrong. Oops, I meant the wrong places. That looks better. Okay. Oh, you're on about the black here, I'd say. So let's start with the eyes because the eyes are obviously important. So let's do that, that. Okay, this marker's running out too. Oh, we have another black here. This one better? Yeah, this one's better. Okay, we're gonna use that one. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I use the right one. Okay. Yep. Now we've got his head. Okay. So I'm just trying to get the rough outline of these, and then we'll go in and do the detail the same as we did with the pencil. Just go around the whole thing even. First, and this is because he is a comic book character, so he's got these black lines, comic book or cartoon. If I was drawing the real one from the movie, I wouldn't do this because he's a bit different. Maybe you can draw a webcomic. Yeah, I'm going to do that in a minute, but I'm going to do a trick for that because I think it will look cool. I don't want to draw with the markers. I'm going to draw it a different way. I'll show you how that works. Because I can get a better effect on the drawing if I do it the other way, I think. We'll see in a sec. Okay. Let's see. So we're going over here. We're going to draw on this end. How do you do that amazed face? Who's amazed face? The character, the smiley. If you click on the smiley, the emojis, and amazed is like whoa or something. So where is he here now? I'll try and find him. Is this amazed? You can search emoji too, and if you go amazed, no, try whoa, maybe whoa. Shocked. It's It's gotta be here somewhere. Maybe it isn't in this. This is the closest one I can see, but that looks like you're scared. I'll put that in the chat so you can see. That kind of looks like Amazed. I don't think there's any other one. If anybody knows, who's in the chat, make sure to tell us how to do an amazed face, or what is the amazed face on YouTube. You have no emoji button. Oh, if you're watching on a phone, I'm not sure if you have it. It's at the bottom of the chat. There should be a smiley face in kind of gray. You mightn't have it on some devices. I have it on the PC. And it could be because I have add-ons on my YouTube. So it mightn't be. I'm pretty sure it is, but it mightn't be in the regular YouTube. Okay, let's go here. Let's try and finish off this Spider-Man here. That's actually looking a lot better. It's still pretty bad. A lot better than what it was. Okay, so now let's try and fill in all these lines. See if we can do it. Okay. Okay. It's okay. Now, if I was going this way, and here, and this way, up, up, up. We're going to try and not rush the lines because we could really mess up here on the lines. What else we gotta say? Loading. I guess you're having problems with the stream. How is this turning out? Actually, does it look better on the stream? It actually does look better on camera. It looks a lot worse in real life. It's the colors are different. The color on camera is a bit more of the red that Spider-Man actually is. I think he's a bit orange, but the red I have, he's very bright red here. So he is in real life. Let's see if we can get this. What time is it now? Right, we're close. We've 10 minutes to 9. Let's see if we can do all the web by 9, and then we'll work on a background after that, or we'll do the web shooting out of his hand as well. But we'll try and get all the body webbing done before 9, and hopefully have the whole thing done by 9:30 if we're going good. Okay, over this way, over that way, down here, this, and this thing in the middle. There's a line, there's a line, there's a line. We're going to try and go up here, fill in the logo. Logo's going to be hard to see. Maybe I better go over the logo one more time because it is very hard to see. This way and then this way. Yeah, okay. Lines. Try and get all these lines right. Okay. That's okay. There we go. Another one. All the way out to here. Then we're going to go from here, up around here, down into here, and over there. And this one Should go all the way out to this hand, and another one over here that disappeared, and another one over here that disappeared. Then this should go like this. So should this. This should join that. That should join that. That should join that. Over, 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 over. There. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Maybe you could have drew the logo thicker. Yeah, I could have drawn the logo thicker, but the main issue with the logo, I think, in this picture, is the way that his chest is. So his chest is really, really bent over when you're like swinging like that. So the bottom half of the logo is missing, so it's not as obvious. And if I had a thicker marker, we'd just end up knocking out loads of these little detail lines. So hopefully the logo will look better at the end if I go back over it. I might save it. So I might, okay, we're there, we'll go here, 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 back into the logo. Right, let's do the logo one more time. Okay. Oh, we also have lines on the face. I forgot about these. Right, let's do them. Over this way, over that way, up here, over here, over this way, up that way, over here, in here, there. Right, where am I missing one? Miss one here. There, 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 there. Okay. Okay, last one, and then there's one up here. Right, so that is basically Spider-Man, but now we need to do the web trick I was on about. So let's get something that looks more like a web. So we can do it with pencil. One way. We could do it with coloring pencil, which I have an actual idea for the coloring pencil. So let's get a color that looks like web. I'm thinking gray and a yellow. If I combine a gray and a yellow, is which yellow do I want to combine? Probably the lighter one because we're going to show up on paper. Okay, and then we're going to get a very there's a gray one. We could do it with black, but it's going to look really weird with black. We'll try it with this gray. Okay, so here's my idea. Here's my idea for a web. Right. So we're saying it's coming from here. So we're going to use the gray coloring pencil first. And we're going to draw the basic lines of this web. Okay, so this is where it's going. It's going this direction. It doesn't need to be too concrete because it's a web. So as long as we got lines going the same way, we should be able to join them up in order to make them look like a web. Okay. We could probably make it spread out a bit more just so we can see it a bit better. Okay. So you make it spread out by adding more lines. Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Now we have a rough web. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get yellow, and I'm going to color in the whole web. Okay? Now this might seem a bit crazy, but it's not, because there's an effect that happens when you put coloring pencil and markers together, where the marker doesn't stick correctly. So if you get a web here and we say we color it in yellow in the inside, webs aren't going to be this color normally. They're just going to be that gray color. This yellow will just highlight it. And we want to make sure that we have a really thick coloring pencil all over it. So now the web is highlighted. Okay? We're going to get the marker. Okay? Okay? And we're going to go over this web with the lines. So wherever the lines are, I'm going to go over it. And the reason that I'm doing this is we should get this effect where it looks like it hasn't stuck to the page, the marker. Okay? So we go this way, and we follow this way, and we follow this way. Now, so it's kind of like it's stringy. It's kind of hard to see, actually. So if I can bring it closer to the camera, you can see here it lifts up. You see, a good example is here, where I follow this line. There's like dark, dark, and then in between it's like a bunch of little light lines because the marker didn't stick correctly, if you get what I mean. Okay? Okay, so now we have that much of Spider-Man. We need to do something in the background now, because if we don't, what is he going to be doing? So, well, anyways, this arm is probably coming off of another web, but it looks like here that he's kind of grabbing something. So if we make it like he's letting go of a piece of like spun web, so like a rope kind of, make it look like a kind of rope. There we go, there we go. So that's kind of like a spun web, and since we made them this yellowy color, we can actually put that in there. So it highlights the web. And then we're actually going to just go back over with that marker again. Make sure they both look the same. So there, that's kind of like a web he's hanging off and stuff. I think I might make this a bit more chaotic because it looks very tidy, and I don't particularly like how neat it looks. Like, it's fine for a comic book, but I need to make it a bit messier. There we go. Okay, so that looks a bit better. Kind of matches more with this kind of web over here where it's kind of hanging. It's not very concrete. If I take out this page as well, that web might look a bit better. Okay, need to draw a city because he's swinging around. Right, so if we're drawing a city, I'm going to draw a city, going to draw a city. And how much time we got left? We got about a half hour left. Okay. We can do the cheaty way of drawing a city. Let's do the cheaty way. Because I suppose whoever's watching this probably just wants to learn how to draw this kind of stuff. So we're going to get a ruler. We're going to need any kind of yellow. A yellow or a orange. Okay? There are cheaty tools. And then there's also one more tool you need is a really dark black. A dark black. Where's the dark black? Here's dark black. Okay. So now, that's actually not the dark one. Where's the dark one? We lost one. It's here somewhere. Nope. Gone. Black gone. We'll use this one and we'll make it work. Okay. So, cheaty city in the background is... well, he's going to be swinging off it, so we have to do the close kind of city. So how you do that is, first of all, we need a perspective point, it's called. So we're going to pick this line here, this little line I've drawn, as the horizon point. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw through Spider-Man. We're not going to draw on Spider-Man. We're going to skip him, draw all the way out here. Okay? And then we're going to pick another point where it's coming from. So I would actually say try to extend this line a little bit and then go almost straight down from that line. Maybe a little bit over to the side. Okay, so this is the reason why I'm doing this is this actually fills up more of your picture, and then on the sides of this we're going to put our buildings. Okay, so we can go straight up here. For one building, so this is one side of your city, and then we have another side over here. Okay, so now what we've essentially done is done a road / path with buildings on either side. So now you have your buildings separated, which makes them easier to draw. Okay. Now I would recommend using a pencil because you're gonna have to, if you want to cheat, you can rub out bits. But we're just gonna draw it real fast. So where do we want the windows? If this was a street, actually you need a path. So let's put a path here. Now, because we need to join these to find out where the true center of this is. This is called cheating 101 for drawing a city. So there we go. We know we have to draw everything back to that point. Okay. So if we want the path to be this thick out here, we need to make sure that it goes to that point. Okay, and the same down here. How thick do we want this one? Probably a bit thicker because it's closer. And then we want it to go to that point. There we go. Okay, so now we have our paths in. We also want this line in the middle because it will make it obvious that it is a road. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to draw in like bits that split up the road. And we need a little one here. That's not going to be seen. This one will be seen. Drawn here and drawn here. There we go. So now we know that's more like a road there in the middle. Okay, what does this say? There's a loud squeaky mic problem. Loud squeaky mic problem. I don't know. What's Oscorp look like? I suppose I can look it up. Oscorp. I haven't seen Oscorp in the cartoons. Let's try and find this. Oscorp cartoon. Okay, Oscorp in the cartoons. It's basically just a tower with Oscorp written on it. Okay. Maybe if we draw it really far there in the background, because this other way of doing it is going to be a bit different. Maybe we could draw it close here. We'll see what we can do. Poor people have to clean Spider-Man's web. Okay, let's speed this up because we're going to be at this for a good while otherwise. So let's go down here, windows here. So let's draw a very rough line there, back to this point. So this is like super quick way of drawing them. So how big do we want the window that's closest? You need to kind of work that out for yourself. So if this was a window, where is it going to be? It's probably going to stop there actually. So if we go here, go back to this point, draw it real fast. There we go. So now we know there's a window there. We know there's a window a bit back from that window, and so on and so forth. They don't need to be perfect, but you get the idea. That's how you get your windows in. Then you roll out the lines in between. Okay. If these are skyscrapers, there will be a line separating them. Going up from here. Okay. up from here and up from here, and then we can make them different sizes. So this one in the back is quite small, this one goes up higher, this one we can make it here, and then this other one in the front way up higher. And that way we have to put a detail here for the top of the roof. So usually on the top of a like city or something, you've got like these weird stairwell things. So if we put that in there, that will fill up that roof. Now we need to fix more windows. So if we go straight back here, straight back there. Okay. Then we're going to do this one, which will mean here and here. And then the last ones, which means the roof actually goes the other way. Okay. That was my bad. That roof goes this way. Same with this one. Okay. And this one actually goes way down. Okay. So draw one last thing way out here. There we go. So now we've got more windows. Draw them in real fast. Try and get some color in here. Okay, what's people saying in the chat? He swings and then abandons his webs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. There's a few different types of Spider-Man as well. So you have the wait one sec. You have the like original versions of Spider-Man where he made his own webs, and then you have wait, I'm skipping something here. Okay, this one goes through here, that one. This one, inner line. Yeah, there. Okay. And then you had the newer version, which was he didn't make his own webs, and now they've gone back to the older version in the movies, where he does make his own webs, where it's the more scientific one. Me personally, I don't really mind which Spider-Man. They're both cool enough. Okay, let's speed this up a bit because this is taking a good while to draw, and we're actually not even close to finish it since we're doing a whole city. So let's just go here. Let's go over here and over here. There. Okay, another one up here. Okay, draw these ones in, draw that one in, draw this one in, draw that one in, draw this one in. Okay, that's okay. Up here on top. Okay, so that's kind of like one side of the street done. Let's do this other side of the street. This other side goes very much this way. So we could actually cut the street, make it so we have to draw less windows. Okay, and then we draw from here. Draw lines like this. Actually, I think Iron Spider. Oh, alright, let me read these. Where are we going? Draw is curved. Loud, squeaky mic problems. Is the mic fixed? Answer in the comments. Answer in the chat. Poor people who have to find Spider-Man's webs and clean them. Yeah, we got that one. Techno Future Foundation, Iron Spider. There are 3 suits. Yeah, that's in the new cartoon Spider-Man. He goes to like other worlds, I think, doesn't he? That's, I think, the basic gist. I haven't watched too much of it, but the basic gist of the newest Spider-Mans is it's trying to like explore the Carnage Venom situation where they're like aliens from another planet, obviously, but I'm not too sure because I know that's the basic gist of them, what they are in the comic books and in the movies. But I think that's what they're trying to do in the new cartoon series as well, or at least that's what it seemed to me in the 5 minutes that I saw it. Yeah. Okay. So let's try and draw in more of these. Okay. So if this was a street, this one would actually go more up like that. Yeah. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we can make this building be all the same. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Something like that. So then this is where the problem is. So it's this last one. I drew them the wrong way. To go down like that. Okay. And then that would mean that goes down, and that would mean this one goes down, and that one goes down. Okay. We're getting somewhere. I'm going to draw all this side freehand because the other side I did with the rulers, and it's pretty perfect, but it doesn't really matter because, again, we're going to color it, and it will hide a lot of the mistakes. So if you're trying to draw faster and stuff, and you're definitely going to color, you can hide a lot of your mistakes coloring. So, right, we got to put in a ledge on that building. And we go this way. We'll rub out a bit here. There we go, that way. So then, if we do that, there has to be a wall there. We could put, I don't know, like a washing line up here. So, very quick washing line. Just to draw, I don't know, a t-shirt over here. Put it like on a hanger. And then we could draw like a sheet hanging over the line here. Okay, so there's a fast washing line. So there we go. So that filled up one roof. Next roof, we need to draw this way. What will we put on this one? I suppose we could put. Okay, the mic is fixed. Symbiote correction. Yeah, so that's the symbiote. Venom was possessed by a symbiote. I thought Venom was a symbiote, and then Venom. So Venom is. This is how. Right, there's a load of different types of things, but Venom is a symbiote. Then Carnage was a symbiote which spawned off Venom. And then the black suit was made, is made by Venom when he went with Spider-Man. And Venom, whatever person he possesses, or whatever person he inhabits as a host, he gains their powers. So the Spidey suit is a remnant of when Venom was with Spider-Man. So that's why Venom can still use things like Spider-Man, things that like Spider-Man's abilities afterwards, because Venom took, Venom basically stole most of his abilities, and also there's a thing about Venom where this is only in some of the comics, I think, depending on how much they hate Spider-Man, the person he inhabits, the stronger Venom becomes. But then you've got Agent Venom, which is a contradiction to that, because Venom's in him and he doesn't want to be in him, basically, or something like that. I'm not really sure, but anyways. Okay. Alright, possessed Eddie Brock, aka Venom. You passed my test. You don't know. You do know a lot about Spider-Man. I don't really know a lot about Spider-Man. I definitely don't know a lot about Spider-Man. I know people who know a lot more about Spider-Man than me. So if you're wondering, whoever has joined, if you're wondering why we're drawing Spider-Man, at the start of this video I asked, what superhero should we draw? So someone asked for Spider-Man, and I've never drawn Spider-Man before, so I said, let's give it a go. So yeah, so we're trying to draw Spider-Man in a city. We've kind of got Spider-Man down. We're just trying to get everything else down now. I'm thinking about what should I do on these roofs. I could put like Easter eggs on them, but we want to finish this like live stream soon enough because we're pushing on an hour and a half now, and I don't think people want to stick around for 3 hours like the old one. I think I'm gonna try and finish this very soon. So let's just leave these as like little hook things, and then on the last one we can put, what would you have on a rooftop? Suppose we could do a like Spidey joke. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Venom and stuff. So let's do something like this. Okay, and then if I get this right, okay, we're getting somewhere with this. This isn't totally bad. Get the kind of white out here, and then we're gonna kind of stick it down here, and then because he's Venom, we'll make him all blobby, and then that could be like, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. I'm just gonna look up Venom's logo. Oh yeah, he is the full body spider. Okay, his spider goes like this. He goes up like this, and then it goes around, and then it goes out like this, and then he's got like 1, 2, 3. And I think he still has 8 legs, yeah. Wait, this is kind of harder to draw really small. Okay, we'll go back this way. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Okay, that wasn't too bad. There we go. There we go. And one last one. There we go. And then we go. So that's kind of like a painting or something on the ground. We'll color it in. Let's go real fast. So we're going to give him a red tongue. We're going to go black and white, which is what Venom's colors are. So if we make a black outline around this one, there we go. There we go. There we go. And the last one, there we go. This way. Over that way. Over this way. And then we make it kind of circular or something so it looks like a logo. And then we'll do Venom himself. Something like that. How? Alright. I won't be able to stage her. Eddie Brock, you passed his, but like me, yeah, okay. I won't be able to stay 3 hours. How about get Green Goblin Ultimate, or Dr. Ock, Sandman, Electro, maybe even Lizard, Vulture. How about drawing them in, is it? We will definitely be here 3 hours if we start drawing everybody in, but maybe we could revisit a Spider-Man picture in the future, because I think I have a better idea of what to do in a different one. So maybe we'll come back to this in a future video. But I think we need to finish this out. So many villains. Yeah, there is a lot of villains in Spider-Man. It's, if you think about it, it's ran for so many years. They had to put more villains in order to make it more interesting, in order to make it stay current and stuff. You had to put in, like, you've got, oh, let me try and remember these. You got like Scorpio or something. I think his name's Scorpio. He's like a scorpion man. You had him. You had the Rhino guy. You had the Lizard Doctor guy. This is just ones I'm remembering from when I used to play the game on GameCube when I was younger. You obviously had the X-Men were in his universe for a good while, so you had like in computer games or in comic books you might have like Wolverine and stuff appear in them. And then obviously you've got the Avengers nowadays. And let me think of any others. What else we got? So Spider-Man. Well, that automatically puts Loki and all them in with them as well, because of the Avengers in the same universe. Dr. Voodoo, pretty sure is in his universe. Oh yeah, sure. Then that puts Elektra and everyone too. Punisher. You've got things like that. So you've got like a lot of heroes, but you've also got, the weird thing about Spider-Man is a lot of the time he assumes someone's bad in cartoons and stuff. Well, this is what I remember anyways. They assumed someone was bad in a cartoon before he'd make them his friend, just because they were different. So that's kind of a bad way of thinking of things, but that seemed to me to be the way that he did a lot of stuff. Okay, we're getting somewhere with these lights. When we get the lights in, we'll color in the rest. So many lights in rooms. And I know it's messy, and I know it's not perfect, but we're just trying to get it finished here in time. Okay, how about his buddy Nova? Yeah, Iron Man. Yeah, Iron Man, obviously. That's from the new movie. If you haven't seen it, Iron Man is in it most of the time with him. Okay, let's go with this kind of greeny gray color to fill in the gaps for the first building. Kind of looks like concrete, so I suppose it's an okay color. The brown would probably do us as well, because that's that. But this gray actually helps me because I don't have to rub out the pencil lines then, because the pencil lines can stay there because it's so similar. So let's make this second one a bit of a different color. Let's get the brown and we'll just alternate between the two. And that is the easiest way to get the colors that we want. Wonder how this is looking online. If I click my video here. Ooh, the brown and the gray don't go too good in line. So there's a way of fixing that though. We can fix that with black. So you can fix a lot of stuff with black. If you have a black marker, it's very, very handy. So it is. And we're just gonna make the last one black, gray as well. Make this one gray. The first one here gray. Okay. I'm gonna make this ledge all gray all the way around. Same this way, same that way, same this way. Make this one gray. Okay, now brown. This one's brown. This one's brown. This one over here is brown. Okay. Over here, over here, over here. So it probably looks real bad, I'd say. Looks like a kid's cartoon. Not even a kid's cartoon. Kid's cartoon looks a lot better than this, but if we do this, if we had a darker black, which we probably don't, can we get away with green? Green might do it. How's green look? Yeah, green looks kind of blackish. Yeah, we can get away with green. Just have to be extra careful about how much green we put on. Okay, that's there. Then we got this one. That's there. It's that one. That one. That one. And this one. So that looks a lot better because we the sharper edges. So the sharper edges will look better. We also need along here and along here. This one. Right, so basically what's happening here is we need to just fill in this with this color, this side with that color, that side with that color because it's the side of a building. Get the orange, fill in a bit more of these lights, and same on this side. And that way we can't see the end of the road, so it won't look as bad. And we're gonna go down the middle of the road with this dark gray black. I'm going over it very lightly with this to make it a kind of, it's darker than this gray, but it's not black. So this black marker is basically running out. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm using it to create a different shade of gray to speed up. Then path colors. What do we have for path colors? A coloring pencil would do the job. We should have a light gray coloring pencil. Yeah, light gray is getting overused. This color, this black color, we can try relayering this in the middle, this road, make it a bit darker, and then we go really heavy on those paths, make them real black. Okay, make the end of the street black. It's okay. We're gonna have to color in the tops of these buildings. Too many lights. I'm going. I need to click to see what you're saying. Too many lights. I'm going to die. Yeah. A lot of lights. A lot of lights. A lot of lights. A lot of lights. Okay. Color that in like that. Same on this one. Over there. And this way. Almost done. We're here. Okay, then we need another color, blue. We'll make this top blue. And then we'll just pick random colors. Pink. The pink sheet. Then the other buildings. We have enough orange. We're not using orange. Purple. Purple. We could get away with purple if we do this kind of design. Okay. The roof purple, and then we're gonna make the roof at the back blue. And then this front bit blue with a different color door and window. Window orange, door orange too. Okay, and finally, last bit here. Round. Okay, get the black. That's not working. Dark green. Light green, because it's running out as well, and then a bit of orange on the door, and maybe over the rest of that building because it looks really weird. Okay, we're right. Let me have a look at this now. So what are we missing? The lines on this side are really bad, so we need the green to fix them because we don't have black. Okay, that's okay. Okay, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and that way. Okay. There, there, and maybe go over with the black coloring pencil because it is too green. Okay. Right. I think that is good enough. The last thing to do is to sign it. And since we don't have space to sign it, we're going to sign it in a window. Because we can't really... Ooh, I just saw something we forgot. Forgot these little lines here. Make them kind of yellowy orange. Again, and we'll just sign it inside the window here. There we go. So that is our attempt at Spider-Man. So I will see you in the next one. Good luck and have a great day, guys. Goodbye.